Hello again, I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to a very special episode of Big Bud Farm. For we have finally raised enough money to buy Field 1. We have over $2.4 million. We needed 2.41, we have 2.42. So we have a little bit of money actually left over. But it's not enough. We also need some more equipment. So we actually have a really nice price on canola at the moment, $773 per 1,000 litres. It's not stellar by standard prices, but by Mustang prices, that's actually pretty good. So we're going to sell 2 trailers worth of canola. And hopefully we won't get penalised too badly for our second trailer. But it's been a long journey. 185.5 hours have gone into this series so far over the previous 21 episodes. Obviously quite a lot of that is off-camera contract work that you haven't seen, but it's all, money that's been earned legitimately. There's been no mod money on this whatsoever. It's all been the starting equipment that we had, plus the starting 15 grand that we had, added in the gold nugget money of an extra $1 million, sold everything that we had, bought in our new starting equipment, which was a couple of 450s and some basic tools, and then we've just worked our fields, sold a little bit of grain here and there, got into logging, did some wood chipping, then got into logging in a bigger way and actually set up a little forest area. Then we got into sheep, and then we also got into silage as well. And finally we are at the position where we can actually expand our arable business with a brand new field. So it's been a long journey to get to this point, but it's oh so satisfying to have done this, the hard way. So let's take this grain down to Small Farm, which is at the end of the road here. We'll sell this, and this will go towards our second combine. As you can see, our fields aren't quite grown yet, so our wheat is still growing in. It's in the final stage of growth, I think. We have another wheat field a bit further down there as well, field 5. This is field 2, and then over in the distance is field 1, and you can just see that hasn't grown yet either. That's still green, but that also I think is in its final stage of growth, or the last but one stage of growth. So it's close. We haven't paid for it yet, but we are going to in just a moment. It is fully fertilised, it is ploughed, although I believe this may possibly be the last run on this field before that ploughed state needs comes back and needs to be ploughed again, so we'll see. But first let's sell this canola. So I'm hoping for a nice big chunk of change here. We still have $300,000 available to us as well from our bank loan. That's completely paid off at the moment, so that'll be all taken out and spent in just a moment. 54,000 from that first trailer. How much has the market dropped? Actually dropped lower than Valley Grain. So let's take our second trailer to Valley Grain, which is over here. That's quite handy. So we'll probably hopefully get around 50,000, maybe 52,000 here at Valley Grain, probably around 50,000. And there is Valley Grain there. You can just see the building on the side of the field. Ooh, nearly rear-ended that car there. go. And then hopefully we'll have enough room to turn around. We can, actually I might just disconnect the trailers and head down there in the cab. Or I could go down there in my pickup actually, that'd be probably quicker and easier. Once again, avoiding the traffic there. So here we go with trailer number 2. And this is $699 per 1,000 litres. Just under 50,000, 49,000. So that's a little less than I was hoping for, but it's about what I expected, I suppose. Right, so I need to try and turn around now so we can head back to the farm. Oh no, there's a car coming. That would be an expensive insurance job in real life. Luckily we kind of, don't have to worry about that in Farm Sim. So I'm going to head back to the farm and see if there's something else that we can sell as well. Alright, so we're back at the silos and you can see our price of soybean is actually still going up. It's over $900 now, which is good. I'm hoping we're actually going to get somewhere in the region of $1,000 at the diner. That would be quite nice. We have a great demand for beets, which is, again, completely worthless to us because we don't have beets yet. But I have got plans in the very near future to bring beets to our farm. So while we're waiting for these prices to actually do something useful, let's jump out the truck and we see some change in the crop. Everything's growing. That's timed quite well because while I'm waiting for the prices to keep going up, I'm going to go and jump in the pickup and I'm going to head over and buy field 1 from the friendly local farmer. So let's jump in the pickup. There we go. And let's make our way over to to field 1. Oh, here we are, arriving at field 1. Big moment this on Big Bud Farm here. We are going to buy the field from Farmer Wright. Thank you very much. There goes $2.419171 out of our $2.4 million out of our account. $2,419,171. That's how much that field just cost us. But we own it. And there it is with a big bright green 1. We own a third field. Finally, after all this time, we have new land. And we have a fully fully fertilized ploughed field with a crop of soybean ready to go. So we're going to get a nice big wedge of cash back from that field there. So now we have a choice. We can either harvest this now and see what happens to the price and maybe sell it there, but I think it's not a great demand, so it's going to drop and we're going to end up with a huge amount. I'd rather sell first and then resupply afterwards our soybean crops. Plus, the extra money is going to give us the extra equipment. So I have another plan. What we're going to do is we're going to go and sell our wool that we've been earning gradually over the last few episodes. So let's drive back to the farm. Let's pick up the truck and then head that over to the top of the map to our wool farm and take that down to the spinnery. So here we are at our sheep farm. How close is that pallet to being done? That's still a way off yet. Okay, so we have 10 pallets of wool and we have a pretty decent price at the spinnery. So let's take these off. And we have 10 pallets. Each pallet is going to be worth around 8,700, give or take. Hopefully we won't crash the market too badly. And let's go sell our wool. So here we are at the spinnery. This is the first time I've actually sold wool on this map. There we go. So that should all start selling nice and quickly. I had to reposition the truck a little bit. We managed to keep, wool in the sell box the entire time, so this is one continuous sale at the same price. And there we go, $86,495. An extra nice big chunk of change there. So let's see. How are our prices looking? Our sunflowers are going up as well. And our small farm is actually recovering a little bit. We're up to 696. So that's starting to bounce back a little bit. Still climbing on the soybean there. So it's all starting to come together. Let's take this back up and park back up by the sheep. Okay, bale trailer is stashed nicely away with the sheep farm. Time to head back and hook up to our grain trailers. And a couple of people have asked me recently why I'm still using the Twin Star, as it is unfortunately a little bit underpowered now for our farm. But the reason is I'm waiting for the BSM Legend truck to be released. Once that comes out, we'll be upgrading straight to that. I don't see the point in wasting money in buying a barrel core to only replace it in another week or two's time when the truck finally comes out. So we'll be using this for another week or so, and then as soon as the Legend truck comes out, we'll be replacing the Twin Star with that. Well, wouldn't you know it, we had a second great demand pop up just as the other one was finishing on sugar beets. So two great demands in one episode, both for the same crop, both for a crop that we have nothing of. But you can see our soybean now really starting to come to life. I've got time on 120 times at the moment. We have no rush to get these grains harvested because now we own the fields. We don't have withering turned on, so those crops will stay until we are ready to harvest them. So because of that, I'm speeding time up, pushing these prices as high as I can get them. And there we go, we've cleared the $1,000 mark, which is what I was really hoping would happen. You can also see small farmers almost finished rebounding. It's still going back up. We're over $700 there. And our sunflowers are starting to come in a bit as well. So we are going to be selling probably everything in an effort to really have a lot of funds available for us. It means the harvest will probably take place on the next game day at this rate, because we're letting these prices go up and up and up, and it's already starting to get quite dark. As you can see, it's 6 o'clock. The shadows are rolling in. Sun is going to start setting. And there it is. Look, setting in the distance. But still, that price is going up. That's fantastic. Where's it going to stop? Are we going to hit 1100? I don't think we are. It's really slowing down now. I think any moment it's about to finish. So let's start loading up with soybean. There we go. It's finished. So let's slow time down. We'll go to 5 times, so the other prices can continue to eke themselves up a little bit. Small farms back to 730 on that canola. So let's get this truck filled, and then we'll head on over. Where is it we've got to go? Down to small farm again, and we'll head these down to small farm and sell our soybean. Alright, so how much are we going to get? We should get a nice big wedge of cash here. $75,000. How much have we taken a hit? Not too bad. We're still a green price, 971, still higher than the diner. So let's sell that trailer as well. This will probably come in somewhere around about 65,000. $68. That's slightly better than I thought this time. So awesome. Right. So now let's go grab either our canola or our sunflowers. So the sunflowers have stopped at small farm, so it's 731 at the diner is our best price on that crop. And you can see that small farm is still recovering the canola price as well. So let's fill up on sunflowers. We're going to have little bits of these crops left over, but I don't mind that. That's fine. They can stay in the silos for the next time we need them. It's just a shame that we haven't had a really usable great demand on some of these crops that we've had here to sell. But this is the main reason as well that I didn't sell these crops earlier, because I knew if I did, then I would hit that 2.4 mark, and then I would just immediately go buy the field, and then not have the money to buy the equipment that I want to buy here as well. So by sort of holding off and keeping that crop in reserve, waiting for a great demand, if one came, then that would be fantastic, and we'd get even more money than we would have done normally. But it also means that once I hit that 2.4 mark, I would have not only would have the 300,000 from my loan available to me, but I will also have whatever the value of my silo contents were as well. Which means I can buy a second combine. I can buy a couple of mother bins. I can maybe, possibly, if we're really lucky, even buy a second seeding rig as well. We'll see how that one goes. But at the very least, I'll be buying a second seed tank. So there we go. We are fully loaded on sunflowers. Time to head to the diner and sell there. That's the first time I've ever sold anything over there as well. So off we go, making the trip. Here we are at the diner. Probably going to sell one trailer here and then might sell the other one back at the small farm. We'll see how much the price drops after we make this first tip. $50,000, that's not bad. What's the price done? Oh, the price has plummeted. Okay, so yeah, we're heading back to small farm for the second trailer. We're not selling here, that's for sure. So let's see if we can make this turn a little bit wide. There we go, and back to small farm we go. Spending a lot of time there this episode. So another 49,000, just under 50,000 there as well. Fantastic. I don't think we've really got anything left to sell now, apart from that little bit of canola. And you know what? We'll hang on to that. We've got enough money now. We've got 441,000, give or take. Plus we have another 300,000 available to us at the bank as well. So we have more than enough money now to be able to buy what I want, I think. Actually, it's going to be pretty close. 430, 500 for the combine. We're actually going to be about 20 grand short. We are going to need to sell one more trailer. We're going to have to sell that little bit of canola. We're just short. According to my little bit of mental maths there, we're just short of what we need. So we will have to sell the canola. But we'll just take one trailer down. We won't take them both. Yeah, we're going to be buying another CR1090, and we're going to be buying a second 45-foot draper, because we're going to need two of those, and that's going to come to around about 500,000 just for those two pieces of equipment there. So we are also going to buy two Bromar mother bins. So let's get the last of the canola going through, and we'll detach there. So we're just carrying the one trailer. And there we go, we are full. Time to head off. Feels weird pulling just one of these grain trailers like this. It feels weird having only the one trailer. So used to pulling a double trailer on this map here. So this is pretty much the last of our grain. We have that little bit of sunflower left, that little bit of soybean left. But that's essentially it. And that should just about cover it. So let's leave the truck just here for a second. And let's jump into our pickup. And let's head on over to the store and go buy some new toys. Okay, here we are. Cash point time. Time to borrow some money. See, our bank balance is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to get very small again in just a second. There we go, 772,000. So, let's go shopping. I kept the store open late for me tonight because I knew I was going to spend a huge amount of money. And we need a second combine. So there is our second CR1090 purchased. Now we need a header for it. So there is our Superflex Draper purchased. Now we have $280,000. And we need a couple of these. The Bromar mother bins. So there's one. There's two. Let's go take a look at our new toys. And just like that, we spent another 750,000, another $250,000. So we spent over 3 million over the course of this episode. But here we go. New combine, new header, and two of these ginormous mother bins. Now the reason I bought two is because, you know, I'm playing on my own, so it's going to be hard to run two combines and keep them unloaded at all times. So the plan is run chasers. Run a chaser and shuttle between the two combines as they're running up the field, and then unload into the mother bin at the end of the field, turn the combines around, send them back down, shuttle down alongside them both, and then empty the auger into a mother bin at the other end of the field, and rinse and repeat until the field is done. Not going to be quite such a necessity on this field and with this crop, but when we eventually move on to this field here, we are definitely going to need the two mother bins, maybe even something on the side of the field as well. So there we go. There is all of our brand new equipment. We'll get this lined up back at the farm, and in the next episode we will attack this field here. We will take our new stuff and we will dual combine our way across field 1. So thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I will catch you back on Big Bud Farm in just a couple of days.